What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for this daily news video on this Friday, the 3rd. Yeah, it's the 3rd of March. Time. What the hell was I saying? Time is moving fast. And I think this month will kind of, just fly over because we play a lot of games and we play big games. Inter twice, maybe 3 times? Or is it the 3rd time in April, just in April? Roma, Europa League, Sassuolo away. Like, it's a big week, a big month. Many big games, a lot on the line, probably the entire season. Europa League, and if you lose a lot of those big games, well, maybe top 4 is done and the Coppa Italia could be done. So it's a big month. We start off on Sunday with Roma, and then we move on to Freiburg on Thursday. So it's a big week and a big month, obviously. But we're not going to talk about Roma now. We're going to talk about today's news. There will be a preview tomorrow for Roma, and then on Sunday, the match reaction stuff as usual. But before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification. Yeah, let's go. So today's topic I want to talk about is, you can see it on the picture, is Cuadrado. Because according to Romeo, it's possible that we could offer him a new deal. And I thought it wasn't a debate, Again, that's why the channel was created, to have debate. But apparently people do agree with giving Cuadrado a new deal. And I was shocked. Like, I wasn't shocked when people say... I'm still shocked when people say get Alexandro a new deal. But I knew there were people out there that would agree with that. I didn't know there were people out there who said, yeah, give Cuadrado a new deal. Like, I didn't know that, but they're out there. The reasoning behind them, I will never agree because it's unagreeable, in my opinion. But this should never happen. Like, it's just even ridiculous that apparently it's a possibility. It is. If you offer him a new deal and you offer Alexandro a new deal, then you are telling me personally that the future of this club is not looking good on and off the pitch, because you're keeping players who should have been gone 1 year ago and the other one maybe a season ago already, and you're keeping them. That kind of tells me that your season or our season is kind of done, and that we are basically papering over cracks, keeping players. I don't want to hear experience when the quality on the pitch is pointless. Like, the experience is pointless when the quality on the pitch is bad. It's pointless. You shouldn't entertain giving him a new deal. It's ridiculous because he's not playing well. He hasn't been playing well for a season and a half now. Alexandro for years now. And when you bring up the thing as, oh, but this season they're doing okay, not Cuadrado because he's been injured, but Sandro, and then I'm like, we switch formation. We switch formation to suit players, and while doing that, we're taking away from the real talents in this team, in my opinion. That the players you paid big money for, the players that should be your future of the club, the player that should spearhead this team moving forward, I think we're taking away. Like, we're playing a back three. I don't think it suits the players we have. Yes, it suits Kostic, but at that point it stops for me already. I don't like that formation. We're not solid. We're just not. Yes, there was a run, but we all know we don't look solid. We just don't, because we have players playing out of position at the back, like not their natural position, for reasons that should tell you why you shouldn't give them a new deal, because they're not good enough to play in their natural position. That's my entire point when I talk about Danilo. When I don't hate Danilo, but when I say we're shifting things around to accommodate players that we shouldn't be looking to accommodate. If they're not good enough in their position, we should be moving on. You should build a team to make Chiesa shine, to make Vlahovic look good, to make that midfield look good. I just want solid players who can play defense at the back, who are great talented center back. We don't have a great center back at the club. I do like Bremer, but he's not having a good season. Like let's be completely honest. Bremer is not having a good season. He has to have very good games. He has had very horrendous games, and I'm being and calling it nicely. And then you get told you need to call out Bremer. I said many times like he's not having a good season, but I will bet my money on Bremer than any other players at the back because of age and because what we can build with him. Not with Danilo, not with Alexandro, not with Cuadrado. That's all I'm saying. So you paid the money for Bremer, you should make him look good. And he is coming in a team that's struggling, obviously, and he's playing a center back position, or like he's been paired with so many different players, and now he's been paired with two players who are not real out and out center backs. I don't say it's a recipe for disaster, but it will look shaky at times, and we do look shaky. We should build a team, accommodate players accordingly to age, obviously the price tag, wages. These players are on big wages. They shouldn't be on big wages, but they are. But the switch of formation, putting those two at the back, center back position, I just don't like the direction the club is going. And if we do this, then I don't know. Again, the fact that it's an idea is already kind of scary, because who's gonna, like, if those players are staying, like, what's gonna happen this summer? Like, I think we need to sit back and think about it. If we're offering so many deals to players who shouldn't be getting deals, what is gonna happen this summer? Like, it's very worrying just thinking about it, and we are just March in regards of transfer and all those things. Again, we don't know. Are we getting those 15 points back? What happens with the wage investigation? We don't know all that. Like, it could get much worse. You might get those 15 points back, but they turn around and they hand you 20. Or you don't get those 15 points back and you get another 20 on top of that. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. We absolutely have no idea. But if the club is moving in this direction, offering deals to Cuadrado and Sandro, then I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's not going to be a great near future. It isn't. And I know it's a rebuild, but you're not going to rebuild by signing these players up to new deals. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. Like, you lose players. Like, when you lose like, I'll make this statement. If you lose a player like De Ligt, and you tie up players like, and I'm talking about quality over here, Cuadrado, Sandro, if you want to throw in Danilo, if you keep Bonucci, you lose great talent, but you keep aging players that will be on a decline or have completely declined already. As fans, like, you just need to sit back and be like, this is not okay. Like, this is just the complete opposite of what should be happening. You should be moving out these players, and the next one should be coming up. We are handing out contracts to 33-year-olds, long-term deals, or players who have been finished, who don't make a difference. Alexandro doesn't make a difference. He doesn't move the needle at all. Like, if he's there or not there, you can throw 100 stats at me. He's not gonna make a big difference. I'm sorry. Like, he's just not good enough. Same for Cuadrado. It's not going to happen. And you can say, oh, Di Maria, he can make a difference. But I'd rather keep Di Maria on a one-year deal and fix that back line than keep those players at the back and try to fix the guys up top and try to fix the one up top. Because the back line looks much like it's the worst the worst unit in our squad, Because if you watch the games and you just don't look at you don't just look at stats, it's the worst part of the team, the backline. It is, in my opinion. Like, it's just not quality-wise, it's not good. It's actually very average. Like, it used to be the best unit in the squad. Besides that Pirlo, Vidal, Marquisio patch of 2 seasons where they were unbelievable, like all of them. Before that, they were so good, but 2 seasons that was unbelievable. But even then, you can say Bonucci, Barzagli, and Chiellini, Buffon at the back was unbelievable. Now it's completely the flip side. It's changed. The backline is very average. It's like the decline is, if you think about it, is very it's very scary the way we declined at the back, in my opinion. And handing out those deals is just not going to help anyone. Like, it's not going to help us at all. It's not going to help them because they're not magically going to turn the switch around and be good again. It's been way too long for them to switch it up and be good again. And they will have a few moments here and there because they're still pros. Like, they're not amateurs. But consistency, playing plus 40 games over a season, a great portion of those games are just going to be bad or average, and that's just not good enough. But let's see if it's going to happen. Apparently the Sandro deal is going to happen, so I wouldn't be shocked if you keep Cuadrado at all. And I have nothing against Cuadrado. I always like Cuadrado, but when it's done, it's done. Like, it's as simple as that. I said the same by Chiellini, one of my favorite players, top 5, but he was getting so many injuries. We needed to move on, but not like this. Like, if I knew this was going to happen, I would just rather have kept Chiellini because he's miles better than anyone who's currently at the team at the back. Miles. And yes, he's injury prone, but I'd rather take a shot at him playing 20 games out of the 45 than those guys playing 40 out of the 45s. I'd rather take that risk, in my opinion. But whatever. Gonna end it here. Please like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the preview for the Roma game and join us post-game. And then starting from next week, we will build up to the Europa League game against Freiburg. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Ciao.